Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tank, and today we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts about where we currently are in the market, as well as where we might be heading in the near future. Now, unfortunately, we are seeing red back in on Bitcoin's chart, so let's jump into Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame to see how we're dealing with it. Right now, Bitcoin is trading for $31,862. That is after seeing a high yesterday of around $33,182. Since then, we've been pushed down about 4.01%, or roughly $1,331 in all. Now, we did break that $32,000 layer of support, the same support line that we've been talking to you guys about in the past few videos. Now, keep in mind, we're not too far below it, but we did break it, and that is not a good sign for Bitcoin. In fact, over the past couple of hours, 4 hours to be exact, we did break well below it, reaching all the way down to $31,493. Now, of course, we did rally back up to where we are now, so that is a good thing. But we did breach that $32,000 support line, which is very, very important to hold. Guys, again, being back down in that $32,000 price point or below it is not a good thing for Bitcoin. I will straight up admit that. Right now, I want to show you guys the bigger picture of things. If I zoom out on the daily chart for Bitcoin, you can see here that we are in a descending wedge pattern or a falling wedge pattern. And usually that would mean that we would get a kind of a bounce somewhere at the end of that wedge pattern. Usually we break to the upside of these falling wedges. But the thing that I want to show you guys is if I zoom all the way out on Bitcoin's chart, I see something very, very similar as far as this consolidation goes. It's looking very much like 2017. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I'm being very, very honest. When I look for similarities in the charts or something to reference in regards to what we're dealing with right now, the thing that looks the most similar is the section between December 2017 to where we actually capitulated and went further down after November 2018 when we dipped even further after, holding that $6,000 support range for some time. And, I'll be honest with you, I was going to go and make this video earlier, but Crypto Jeb is actually talking about it today as well, and I completely agree with him. This looks very, very similar and does have me a little bit concerned. If we do not find support soon and rally back up to the high $30,000 price points, this isn't looking very well, guys. This is looking very similar to this section of the chart for Bitcoin. And to be honest with you guys, I'm preparing myself for this further dip that we possibly might get. They do dip fairly low sometimes when we have bear markets. They go down 70, 85% in all. And if we look at the charts right now from all-time highs to where we currently are, we've only seen a 50% dip. Now, of course, did it suck? Do I feel like that's enough? Of course. Is it possible that we go further? Heck yes, it is. We could possibly go down to that. I think really, honestly, we won't see 80%, but I think like 70, 75% is well within the range of possibilities. And I honestly think that we could maybe touch down to that $16,000 price point briefly, if the powers that be want it to be that way. I'm just being very realistic, guys. The patterns don't repeat, but they often do rhyme. That's the saying. And if it does get anywhere close to being similar from the previous price action for Bitcoin, then we can expect, or at least if we're being smart, we should expect and prepare for a similar scenario. Now, do I think that we, hold up the $20,000 price range for Bitcoins? Heck yeah, I do. I think that's more likely than us breaking into the teens. But I am going to prepare myself for that, that gruesome dip if we do have it. It's very possible that that does happen. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that even after consolidating here, and I believe this was about a year's time frame. Yeah, let's see here. It was about, it's not completely accurate, about 328 days in all that we went sideways and kept falling into this wedge back in 2017 to 2018. After about a year's worth of just sideways boring action for Bitcoin, we fell even further. We fell into that hole even further. And after going sideways for that long, not being completely accurate again, just taking a rough look at it, we fell even another 54% from where we were, guys. So again, from the top here to that bottom of that, where that 54 was, I'm just giving a rough estimate again, that's about 84, 85% in all. Guys, it's very much possible. Everybody always says that. So the rules and that saying still applies. Anything goes in crypto. It's volatile. You never know what might happen. It's the Wild Wild West. And unfortunately, even with all the adoption, even with all the institutional buys, even with everything happening recently, with countries adopting Bitcoin, making it their tender and all this yada, 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 it is still possible for those major dips to happen. So you have to prepare yourself for those scenarios. Am I selling any Bitcoin? Nope. Am I selling any Ethereum? Nope. Am I selling any ADA? Nope. If it goes down that far, oh well, that sucks for a good while, but I will hold on and I will not sell. Matter of fact, I have money on the side ready to buy these dips. I will reinforce my position with more positions and wait out the volatility, guys. That's just the way I am. Not financial advice, just the way I am. But again, cutting this rant off short, this is what I'm seeing right now. This is what I'm preparing myself for. Nothing else right now really matters until we actually start finding actual support, rallying up to that high $30,000. All this is noise to me. I'm setting my bear traps. I'm setting my doomsday preparations in place. I'm preparing for the worst. If it doesn't happen, great. If it does, I'm prepared. That'll be awesome. You know, I've been expecting it. So it won't suck as bad. And let me go ahead and zoom back in on the 4-hour time frame to kind of give you guys my brief thoughts about what might happen over the next few days. Again, I told you guys yesterday that I thought within maybe the next few days, probably the 18th, 19th, that we might actually see a rally back up to higher price points. I still think that's very much possible, but let's look to the shorter time frames, even the next 24 hours. If I look in the 4-hour time frames, you can see the RSIs are pinching together on Market Cipher B. They are pointing straight downwards. It looks like we're going further down. 3 hours looking very similar, pinching together even harder. Not a deep anchor wave whatsoever. Looks like we're going to go further down. 2 hours, same thing, pinched together, just looks like one. We're going to the 1 hour. 1 hour, we did just get a double dot. Things are starting to curve back upwards. But until I start seeing further confirmations on the 2, 3, and 4 hour, guys, it looks like we still have room to go down even further. Let's move on over to Ethereum, guys. Ethereum's looking very similar, holding up a little bit better than Bitcoin. Some people might debate that, but honestly, it is holding up a little bit better than Bitcoin. We are seeing the same dip. Same thing applies for Ethereum. Guys, we just got to kind of wait it out. I'm looking for further confirmations. The 4 hour has yet to show it to me. We have RSIs pointing downwards. 3 hour, similar as Bitcoin. Money flows back into the red. The anchor waves aren't that low just yet on the 3 hour. 2 hour, same thing. Pinching together on RSIs. We're just below the 20 for the RSIs. 1 hour, we did get, I think this is just a fake confirmation right here. It's not enough for me to take a position, but we did get a double dot. Anchor wave is below the 60. RSIs are pointing back up. So the 1 hour looks good. But for me, if I'm looking again back upwards, I'm needing further confirmations before I actually get in on this 1 hour time frame. That's just me though. If I go further down on the 45-minute, it does look like it's giving the 1 hour some kind of validation. But again, I need to see further confirmations before I take a position right now. Now, it's not to say that I'm not setting buys at lower points because I do think that there's room for us to go down further. Like I said, I do have buy orders, small buy orders at 19, 18, and $1,700 for Ethereum. Again, I'm just accumulating. It's a long-term hold. I'm not doing anything like trading as far as with those buy orders. Those are just my accumulation zones. I even have them from much lower. But yeah, that's just me, and that's what I'm doing. Not financial advice, guys. Only time will tell. Let's see what happens. I will stick to, in the next couple of days, we will see high price points for these assets, guys. I do think with Grayscale unlocking their funds, we don't get as much of a sell-off as people are expecting. This might be in anticipation of that unlocking happening. Who knows? But my thought process is, if I was an investor with Grayscale, I wouldn't sell for a loss. I just wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Could be completely wrong. Could go straight dumpy on us. Who knows? If it does, I'll be the first one to admit that I was wrong. But right now, I'm not doing that as an investor with Grayscale. At least if I was thinking like an investor with Grayscale, I wouldn't be selling for a loss. Just like right now, I wouldn't be selling my position that I have. I do have some positions that are in the negative right now. I'm just going to hold through it. I'm a long-term holder, long-term investor. That's what it means to be an investor, is to hold through the volatility. Let's move over to ADA, guys. ADA, of course, looking very similar as the rest of the charts. We did have, let's see here, just recently we had a green dot on ADA's 45-minute time frame. RSIs are starting to point back up. On the 1 hour on Market Cipher B, RSIs are pointing back up, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum. Money flow is still in the red though, and I'm not actually seeing anything on Market Cipher A that's kind of giving me any kind of indications that this might be a really good bounce. Now, this might be a W pattern, if you want to call it that here. But again, I just want to wait it out a little bit longer to see if it actually plays out that way. This might be a dead cat bounce. You know, who knows? You just kind of got to make sure you're playing the breakout right now than kind of front running the markets, because that's how a lot of people get burnt. Right now, actually on ADA's 2 hour, it looks a lot better than Ethereum's 2 hour or Bitcoin's 2 hour. We are getting deeper anchor waves. RSIs are starting to curve back upwards. Let's see, look at the 3 hour. 3 hours are starting to look like they're not pointing as downward as Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're starting to kind of flatten out here. If I was anticipating a move, it looks like it's going to flatten out here in conjunction with the 2 hour and the 1 hour in mind. It looks like it will flatten out here. It looks like we are getting down to that 60. We just got to give it time here. In about another hour or so, we will probably see it push down into that 60 line for the anchor waves. But only time will tell, guys. I don't front run anything. Of course, we did get this yellow X here, but on the 4 hour time frame, usually you only get about one or two of those. In the past previous yellow X, we only had about one red candle after that before actually finding support and rallying quite a bit, actually. So keep that in mind, guys, when you see those yellow X's. I'm sorry, did I say red X earlier? I don't know. The yellow X, keep that in mind when you do see those on the higher time frames, like the 4 hour. They usually don't have as much showing. They don't show up as much as, like, you know, if you were to look on the 1 hour where you get three of them and stuff like that. So keep that in mind when you see that 4 hour yellow X. It's already played out about, you know, what is that, 12 hours ago. We probably will start seeing a rally push to the upside. Will it look something similar to this before getting pushed back down? I don't know. With the grayscale unlocking, only time will tell, guys. I'm still of the mind that they will not sell. They will more than likely reinforce their positions, because that's what I would do. But only time will tell. That's what I'm seeing in the charts, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Keep in mind what I said with Bitcoin's bigger time frame and what I showed you guys earlier. This does look very similar to what we went through in 2017, 2018. This is very much possible. Be prepared for something like that, guys. I know I am. So the more you're prepared for any kind of major dips of volatility, the easier it is to hold through, because you were anticipating it, you were expecting it. It's not like getting smacked in the face when you're not looking. So yeah, just not financial advice, just kind of like life advice. Always better to prepare for the worst. If you know, if it happens, you're prepared. If not, then hey, good for us. Anyway, be blessed. Don't overextend. Don't over leverage. Practice proper risk management. Guys, like the channel. Please sub to the channel. I'm just trying to put out quality, unbiased content to you guys, giving you guys my opinion about what I'm seeing. Hopefully it helps. If you guys would like to join the Discord and be a part of a community of people who are of like mind, trying to help other people out, bounce ideas off of each other, again, not give each other financial advice, but just bounce ideas and thoughts off of each other, please consider joining the Discord. I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to grow a channel of like-minded individuals and a community of like-minded individuals. But anyway, with all that being said, guys, remember, stay blessed. Peace.